Is it ironic that the first four leading causes of death can be avoided by a simple change in lifestyle? A lifestyle that is entirely unnecessary, expensive, and seen as unattractive and gross by many people? According to the Surgeon General, this unhealthy lifestyle causes around 440,000 deaths a year. And for every single one of those 440,000 deaths, there's about 20 people with a serious disease associated with smoking, waiting to die.
No.
I don't know, do you have a calculator?
I spend about $500 on cigarettes a year. I'd probably get some new clothes, shoes, hats, etc.
Pay it towards my daughter's hospital bills.
Wow. $800 a year. I don't know what I'd do with it.
Two to three times a day.
Depends. I mean, if I'm stressed, I smoke more. If I'm busy doing something, my hands are busy and I can't smoke, then I don't smoke.
Well, I smoke probably about half a pack a day, maybe a little less.
It was very difficult for me to quit smoking. I was so addicted that I smoked morning, noon, and night. I smoked when the telephone rang, when I finished eating. I smoked for whatever reason there was, the light of a cigarette. I even smoked the day of my surgery after I got out of the hospital. I went home, and the automatic thing to do was to go find a cigarette and try to light it up. And when I did, I immediately saw myself in the mirror and realized, what are you doing?
Smoking makes me feel just relaxed. It helps me calm down. If I'm ever in a bad mood, helps me just relax, clear my mind, and just think happier.
Relaxed. It relaxes me.
Makes me feel relaxed. But that's probably the addiction with how much I shake if I don't smoke. So
That my cardio isn't as good as it used to be.
I know it's affected my breathing. I can't walk upstairs like I used to, but then, hell, I've been smoking for 40 years, so more than 40 years. So, it helps me relax so I don't feel like killing somebody. Sometimes I have to go get a cigarette, otherwise I'm gonna smack you. So, let's see. What was the other part of it? Well, obviously it's affected my mental state, huh? Because I can't remember one minute the next. I'm sure it's affected my diabetes.
So if I don't smoke for a while, I get really shaky and really moody. Or if I work out, I can't run for as long, and that's just because smoking's not good for you.
I kind of do, but at the same time I don't.
Yes, it is taking a toll on my health, and it pisses off my girlfriend, and that's probably the biggest
Well,
thing.
yeah, now I do, but when I started, I didn't know no better. I was 7.
Would I quit? Eventually I'll quit. But until then,
No,
Yeah, probably.
because I will be on my deathbed and you guys will be holding my cigarettes for me. I'm going to have the oxygen on just like my mother-in-law did. You guys are going to have to hold the cigarette for me and light it and put it in my mouth. That's how I'm going to die.
After losing my big left toe and the plastic tubing was stuck in my left leg, obviously I was able to stop smoking. But over the next few months, I ended up smoking 4 or 5 cigarettes. The plastic tubing plugged up in my left kneecap, resulting in lost circulation to my left foot. In a matter of 3.5 weeks, my left foot went from a normal-looking foot to a foot that had to be amputated. A third of my foot was missing its skin, so you could see the red fleshy meat. Where my big toe used to be, I had a huge ulcer so big as the one I cleaned it out. Besides gagging on myself from the smell, I could see the bones inside of my foot. Both of my index fingers are shorter. The tips turned black, the black tissue fell off. I had bones sticking out of one of my index fingers, and then the other finger, the tip turned black, and then the doctor actually pulled that off. The addiction is so overwhelming that after losing my body parts, I'm still outside smoking. Berger's disease and my addiction to cigarettes has left a lasting impact. My life will always be affected from cigarettes.
I know I never thought I'd be at any risk from smoking. But you know, life has a funny way of dealing with a bad hand at times, and if you're going to proceed to smoke something that's going to kill you eventually, I guess it's going to get you in the end, you know, so you either have to tell yourself, I'm going to stop smoking or I'm going to die.
Imagine you got a glimpse into the future. You see yourself skin and bones on your deathbed with cancer, or your children helping you eat, bathe, and change your diaper because you had a stroke. Or maybe you're breathing through a hole in your neck. Or you have a hard time doing certain things because you lost some limbs or fingers due to Berger's disease. Finally, you see your family grieving over this tragedy. You see them being angry at you for putting this tragedy into their lives. Instead, you could have been active, spending time with your children, enjoying retirement with your spouse, and playing with your grandchildren. Maybe you could have stuck around long enough to see your great-grandchildren. Don't make excuses. Don't dismiss the possibilities. Instead of wasting your money on cigarettes, buy something to help quit. After all, it's easier to deal with a short period of withdrawals that will go away with time than it is to deal with painful, debilitating diseases. Or, dying. You'll save money and yourself. Do yourself a favor, your family a favor, and the people you love around.